Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. This is my first client video of 2023. I am really hoping to do more client videos this year. I did say that I was going to at the back end of last year, and I did get quite a few up, to be fair, but not as much as I wanted to. So I am going to be picking out like a select few clients and making sure that I film their nails every time. I can't remember whether I actually filmed this set that is on this client, but you have seen, can't speak, you have seen this client quite often on my channel. Because basically she always lets me do whatever I want on her nails. She gives me like a sort of idea, although we do laugh because majority of the time she'll send me like 10 photos before her appointment is inspo, and they'll all be completely different to each other. She usually just basically picks her colour scheme. So for this set that we're about to do, she sent me a couple of pictures and then also said that she basically just wants pale pink and white. That was my like sort of thing to go on. I did end up messing up a little bit actually, not majorly, but just on this bit, I should have removed a lot more of the builder gel than I did, because I even mentioned to her at the beginning of the appointment when I was telling her what I'd got in mind, that I will be removing the apricot builder gel and using blush builder gel instead, because we wanted the pale pink colour instead of the peachy one. And I totally forgot because we were just chatting as we usually do and not paying any attention to what I'm doing clearly, and I didn't actually remove as much of the builder as I should have, but I did later on. And yeah, don't film it because obviously it's the same thing, but I'll tell you when I actually remembered and went in and did that. So here I'm just removing the previous design. This is that bit that I can never remember the bloody name of. It's from Willow Academy and it's the same, I say this every time, it's the same as the purple willow bit in terms of shape, but it's the black one and it's not a very coarse bit, it's a medium grit, I think. Medium, what's it called? Medium, I don't know, but it's medium basically. And that is what I'm using here. I love this because the top is a safety, it is a safety bit, so the top is nice and smooth, so you can really use it to go around that, like not the cuticle area obviously, but like where the cuticle would have been if it wasn't grown out sort of thing, that bottom area. So yeah, just going ahead and removing that. As you can see, super easy with this bit, makes it really, really quick, only takes a couple of minutes maximum. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take down the length of the nails because they are far too long for my client, and she's took the length down herself between her appointments, so they must have been really, really long. Also taking it back to like a rounded sort of square, like more of a squoval, no, not even a squoval to be fair, but basically doing square and then rounding off the corners, because we like to switch up the shape with this client because she likes to have something different each time. So we did the rounded ones last time, we're doing the square again this time, and who knows, next time we might even go back round it again, I don't know. So I'm just taking that down with the penultimate bit from Willow Academy and then just making sure to remove that bit of nail underneath that I filed down. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia bit, which is also from Willow Academy, and this just helps push back the cuticles and get off any dead skin from the nail plate, so it prevents any lifting and stuff. And then once I've done that, I think it was at this point is when I realised that I should have took more of, no, it wasn't. I think I actually I used my sanding band over all of the nails as well, and then realised that I should have. So that's when I decided to take it all off and just quickly go over with my sanding band again to the area that I'd obviously filed again, sort of thing. I think I did actually nip in this video as well on camera. I didn't mean to. I usually pause it for that bit because it's a bit awkward sometimes, but I'm able to have this phone higher up and still have it in focus, which is good, so I can actually include that now. As you can see here, just roughing up the surface of the nail with my sanding band. This is a 240 grit and I'm not putting any pressure on. I've got it on 5,000 RPMs. I'm just letting it do its job like you would a hand file. And then once I've done this and then filed off all the builder gel and then done this again, I will go in with my hand file and file the shape, which you'll see in a second. And then we can get into the video in terms of design and stuff, and I'll come back to voice over that part. So I'm just applying base here. This is Gel Perfection's rubber base, which is called Super Base. They also do a rubber top coat, which is super gloss, and I love that as well. Especially for the designs that are like a bit more, like not bulkier, but like have more of like a texture to them. Like obviously marble itself, like using multiple colours, that can create a bit of texture, like lumpy, bumpy. Not extreme obviously, but it does. So I like that top coat for that because it smooths it all out. This base coat is brilliant for people who need better adhesion. Yeah, I use it for everybody, to be honest, because I just love it, and it's perfect for Indie Builder gel. But anyway, just doing that, and then once I've done that, I'm then going to go in with Blush Builder, like I mentioned earlier. And I'm going to do that on all of them. I'm going to pop some on the nail. Obviously, these nails are now bare, like they don't really have any builder left. There's probably a tiny bit here and there, but there's not any strength there at all. So I'm having to build that back up again with this fresh builder. Just stabbed that little bubble with my brush. I did mess around with this nail for far too long, and I don't even know why, but I got very carried away with it. So I only filmed doing the builder gel part on 2 nails, because I do the exact same thing on all of them, and I do faff a little bit longer than I really need to, especially with this client, because we get chatting and then I just go on and on and on. So I'm just going to show you this one and then the ring finger, and then I did the rest off camera. I do like to mess about at this point, getting them all nice and smooth, so it prevents having to finish file. So I don't finish file at all, because I get my application as close to perfect as I can get it at this point, so I don't need to do that extra step. So it's worth spending a little bit of time just doing that. And then once we've done that, we can get on to the design. So first things first, for this design, I am using the Glamour Gel from Brillbird, the potted glittery ones. They're absolutely stunning. And this is Glamour Gel number 3, I think, off the top of my head. It's just beautiful. And then I'm using Blue Skies Clear Blossom Base Coat on the pinky and index. And then you'll see me do the marble on top of that. And then the middle nail is going to be full Glamour Gel, with some dotted flowers on top. So there's not really much more for me to talk through here, because you can see exactly what I'm doing. The other colours that I'm using are Alaska, which is the white from Gel Perfection, and Dusky Pink, which is also from Gel Perfection. And then obviously you just cure all that. I do double cure the Blossom Gel nails just because it can be a bit thicker, because there's obviously quite a lot of gel polish on there. I do tend to work as thin as I can with it though. I don't put big blobs on and then leave it there in one place. I could do manoeuvre it to make sure it's like spread out a bit. But yeah, that's the best way for me to describe it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye.